Mind your step.
Flying can be a very satisfying career, if you choose it for the right reasons. Here are the top 6 reasons not to become a pilot. Reason number 6, relaxed work environment. A pilot off the clock usually isn't bogged down by work matters. However, once they're in the cockpit it's a different story. Pilots need to be on the top of their game during every flight. The cockpit environment is a busy one. A bad patch of weather or a hiccup in communication can increase the stress level significantly. It's not only the flying environment that's stressful, the instability of the airline industry, furloughs and union strikes, constant training and frequent check rides with the Federal Aviation Administration, can also lead to tension and anxiety for pilots. Reason number 5, flexible work schedule. Pilots typically don't have great work schedules. These days, pilots are flying a lot more and have less downtime than previous years. This is due to airlines operating at their highest possible efficiency. When operating lean, airlines would rather fly their current pilots a few more hours each month than hire new ones. Most pilots are expected to fly at least 75 hours each month, which doesn't include the commute time or sitting at the airport, which is an additional 150 hours, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Many pilots, especially junior pilots, work over 50 hours a week, which includes overnights, weekends and holidays. However, senior pilots do get some flexibility in their schedule and can often fix them based on their own needs and desires. Reason number 4, travel perks. If you want to become a pilot for the travel benefits, you might be disappointed to find out that pilots have little time for fun. The travel perks of being a pilot might seem nice, but after flying around the country, the last thing you want to do off the clock is fly standby. Most pilots like to stay home when they aren't flying. Pilots often use their travel perks to fly family members, but other than that there's not much time for vacations. Reason number 3, awards and recognition. If you're the type of person that needs constant praise or expect a raise when you fly well, then flying is not the career for you. Promotions and rewards that come with most corporate office jobs don't exist for pilots. Sometimes promotions happen to those that want to move up the executive chain at an airline, but in general, pilots don't get rewarded for good flying. Reason number 2, fame. Back in the day, pilots were perceived to be really cool. However, today with the current state of the aviation industry, pilots are sometimes seen as nothing more than glorified bus drivers. Despite it, pilots are cool in a more laid-back, I don't stress about my job kind of way. For the most part, pilots leave work at work. When they clock out, they don't usually spend long hours behind a desk at home filing reports or answering emails. Reason number 1, money. If you get into aviation especially for this reason, you may want to consider a different career path. One of the disadvantages of flying is that flight training is expensive, and the starting salary for most flight instructors or regional pilots is barely enough to make a living. However, those that are patient will stick around long enough to move up and make more money.